here on the show. A lot of Jeopardy talk, a lot of Aaron Rodgers talk, and in celebration of the Packers quarterback guest hosting the trivia game show, we've been having him talk about his future, but also his interests and his love for not only Alex Trebek, but also the NFL.
Yep.
He joined the show earlier this week, and when we asked him if he would rather play football or host Jeopardy, he didn't seem to think he had to choose one or the other. Take a listen to his answer.
I want to keep playing. You know, I have still have the passion and the fire. And this last season, you know, just reminded me. And I think a lot of people I can still play and still play at a really, really high level. And I feel like I can do this for a number of years moving forward. At the same time, I feel like I can host Jeopardy, and I'd love to. I think I bring something different to the show. I was the youngest guest host, and there's a different audience that maybe I could bring along with it. Hopefully the numbers show it in the next 2 weeks. And I feel like I could do both, which would be a lot of fun and a great challenge.
All right, so we've gone through this several times. Jeopardy is filmed in California. So if you're a West Coast team, maybe you start thinking, wait a second, he wants to be out there on the West Coast. Maybe this is a window. Would you not at least pick up the phone?
Sure.
Wouldn't you at least pick up the phone and say, hey, Rodgers, come out here. Instead of the 3-hour flight and the situation where you're going back and forth, or having to do it in the off season, you can do it in the season. You can do it for us.
In season.
In season. It's time for a game that we're going to call We In or We Out.
Let's go.
This is where, after 5 days of Aaron Rodgers, Jeopardy guy, now we talk football. I'm going to give you an imaginary trade scenario, and you guys are going to tell me if you are the Green Bay Packers and you're watching, biting your tongue as Aaron Rodgers is telling us how much he loves Jeopardy, instead of saying how much he loves being a Green Bay Packer, this is where we go. If you're the Oakland Raiders, you can throw this out there. You can live in Vegas.
Okay.
Your fiance is a Hollywood superstar. She doesn't have to come out to Wisconsin to see you in the offseason.
This is impressive.
Vegas.
It's a haul.
If you're the Raiders, you throw this out there. Now I'm going to put you on the Packers side of it.
Okay.
If you're the Packers, do you at least consider, forget it, do you do this trade?
Wow.
Enough with the Aaron Rodgers, will he or won't we, loves Jeopardy, loves Alex Trebek. You do realize Bart Starr played in this building. Like, come on.
The house
Kyle,
that Favre built, you mean?
The house that Favre or Starr or whoever built. If you're the Packers, would you consider a trade with the Raiders? Can I see the screen one more time? I'm sorry, just to see the fear, the magnitude. Derek Carr, Max Crosby, Ruggs, this year's first-round pick, next year's first-round pick. Rodgers is 38. Yeah. Kyle, if you're the Packers, do you consider it? Say, we got Jordan Love. I mean, maybe?
Did the Packers trade the newly crowned MVP of the league?
Yes.
He never plays another down for the Packers.
Never.
His last down was 3rd and goal from the 8 against the Buccaneers. My problem with this, and I mean, if we gotta take this seriously. Derek Carr's not doing a lot for me.
Yeah.
It's not doing a lot. We're still in the Jordan Love business. Like, we already invested in that. So if we're gonna get Rodgers out of here, we're gonna trade the MVP again. Right. We have a future with him, and also we're trading you Aaron Rodgers. I noticed Darren Waller on your roster wasn't included in this. You have kind of a nice tight end. Yeah. Maybe a sweet. Henry Ruggs is very fast and has a bright future, but you can keep Derek Carr.
First-round pick, Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, he's great. You can keep Derek Carr. Like, it's a fine player, but we would rather go with our future. Put Darren Waller in and then call us back. That's where I'm at right now.
Waller in and nobody out, or Waller in instead of Ruggs?
Carr out. I'm not interested in Derek Carr. It just complicates things for us.
Okay, would you then do that?
I'm still deciding.
Waller, Ruggs, Crosby.
No way.
I'm trying to make the segment sing here. I don't think I would. Peter, they could throw in Bo Jackson and Howie Long and Dave Casper, and I still think I'm going to go to
How about a residency at the Bellagio or something like that? Yeah.
What's he going to do?
It's going to have to be a lot.
He's doing Jeopardy. Isn't time for that anyway,
That's
Greg.
true.
Yeah.
What do you think, D-Hall?
I mean, that's my thing, too. At the end of the day, when I saw this deal, right, I'm a GM. I'm sitting there. When I saw this deal, I can't use Derek Carr. I just can't. I think he's a great player, but I can't use him. Like you said, I have Jordan Love. So unless we're talking about Darren Waller, I mean, I literally need to look at your roster. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers here. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at your roster, and I'm going up. I'm going to see exactly what I want, like going in your closet.
Take whatever you want.
Like your little brother going in your closet.
Yeah.
I want
that.
Those shoes, those. I want all the time. It doesn't matter. Either I get those or I'm out.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I mean, you know, I don't think you should ever trade Aaron Rodgers. When I saw them draft Jordan Love, I said,
You don't think
oh,
Aaron
my
Rodgers will
goodness.
ever get traded?
Oh, he will.
Okay.
So why not now?
Why not now?
Okay.
38, why not now?
But for this, I'm out on that. I'm out on that. This is a Shark Tank. I'm out on that.
If you're the Packers, this is the most you're
Okay,
ever
you
going to
gotta
get
give me a
for him.
better
He's
deal.
coming off a reigning MVP season. If you're the Packers,
No,
That-
no.
Do you like it,
talking-
Adams?
You'll get a little bit. You'll get a little bit more.
I'm just trying. I watched the brilliant documentary, Tina, which everybody should watch. And I'm just going to say, what's love got to do with it? And that's what I thought the second I saw this. It wasn't about Derek. I honestly didn't even, it's so funny that you thought about Derek. I didn't even look at him in this trade. I just said, love, it's all about him. Do you feel the same way about Love, Packers, as the Chiefs felt about Patrick Mahomes after his rookie year? If you do, and you can say yes to that honestly in the mirror, then absolutely pull the trigger on this trade. If you don't, you can't do it.
Great take. It's fair. It is
That
true.
is
And
fair.
they'll know if Jordan Love's ready. And I don't know if Jordan Love's ready. They did draft him, though.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
If only I could handle my love life
love
with
ain't
the, with
ready
the,
after
the
6
conciseness I can handle these trade questions, Shregs.
It's very good.
Somebody needs to come. Somebody needs to come talk to us if Jordan Love is not almost ready. I mean, come on, guys. What are we talking about?
That's true. I mean, we have had a year. And can you imagine Rodgers showing up with the Raiders and Ruggs is gone,
Yeah.
and Darren Waller's gone, and all their picks are gone? I'm sure he'd be thrilled to be doing the double jeopardy.
But the flights are shorter.
Hey, you got a Southwest flight for 45
The
minutes.
flights are shorter. Yeah.
Johnny Gilbert, hello. Bills quarterback Josh Allen grew up with a family farm in Firebaugh, California. Their main crops were cantaloupes. Allen joined our own Kyle Brandt on the Ringer's 10 Questions with Kyle Brandt to discuss some of the slander that is often aimed at his family's treasured fruit.
Oh, boy.
Cantaloupe, take a listen.
There's an idea that cantaloupe is like a filler fruit and
Hit home runs, and if you want to get cute and keep trading back and doing all that, that's fine.
Trade up, I say. Get aggressive. If those are the guys.
We gotta. One thing that I think everyone has to get over, and maybe they do trade up, Peter. The whole thing about it's a tight end. Like we gotta move past that. I really think there's like, I just Googled Steve Zabel, the tight end you brought up. Let's just say this is not a modern athlete. This is a guy with a hand on the ground, a single bar face mask. Like we're gonna see Kyle Pitts look like the future, probably wearing jersey number 3 or something as he's running around in tight end. I think it's like. Also, back then, they weren't taking quarterbacks from North Dakota State. The game's changing.
Economics-wise, and I hate to go into
Tell me.
macroeconomics.
'Cause of the
Economics.
position.
That's it.
You draft a running back in the first round or a tight end in the first round, and you get him for 5 years, and then they go to free agency, and someone might pay him, $10 million. If you have an offensive tackle who's great,
Right.
you have to pay him in free agency $20 million if you want to get him. That's why you draft him. Offensive tackle, pass rusher, quarterback. That to me is like the bread and butter of when you do it, and it's the economics of it. Because if those guys are excellent, you don't want to get them in free agency. You want to draft them and have them on your team, and you can build with them. So tight end, where yes, Kelsey has made money, and I guess Waller will get a big deal, and it's just economics. To draft a tight end at 6 overall is so against everything that we have been trained to do. But you're right, maybe it's just a new age, and we have to stop worrying about labels of position. I don't know. We'll see.
Which team was the meanest to you?
Dolphins.
Really?
Dolphins fans have crushed me for the last 24 hours.
What are they mad about?
No.
Down in Florida, they got a 10-win team. They got a cool coach.
I didn't even know that they
There's lots
had
of
this
fun
like
down
Hey,
angry...
no state taxes.
Yeah, no state taxes. Be happy.
Which team was the nicest to you?
Cardinals fans are
Really?
happy. They're happy to get Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I bet they were. At 7 with the trade, I'm sure they were. The countdown to the 2021 NFL Draft is here. It has begun. Its history in the making. Future stars of the NFL taking the stage live from Cleveland. 2021 NFL Draft is presented by Verizon. It kicks off Thursday, April 29th, primetime, NFL Network, ABC, and ESPN. Shregs, what are you hearing about Aaron Rodgers? Uh-oh.
Now I'm just stirring the pot.
What are you hearing?
I got something for next segment. Can Aaron Rodgers be your team's quarterback next year and you're not a Packers fan? Let's just